Welcome back, folks. It's Paul Maglev here, and you might think that I have a bit of a technical issue, and do not fear, I do not have a technical issue. What I do have is a new game to show you today, and that is a free game on Steam called Sigils of Elohim, which is a puzzle game which gives you little codes and stuff for bonus material in the game. The Talos principle, which is a lot like Portal in terms of its puzzle-solving kind of general premise. That and a silent protagonist. But that's beside the point. The point is, we are going to take a look right now. I'm surprised so many people actually had to contribute to this to make it all work. But the general premise is this. You have puzzles ranging from levels alpha, beta, and gamma. And in each one you have 32 different puzzles that you're able to solve based on difficulty, which are color coordinated. Teal's really easy, green's really okay, yellow's somewhat difficult, red is supposed to be the most difficult. And each successive area is supposed to be even more complex. But aside from that, let me turn the volume down. That's pretty much just the general premise. And I knew that something was wrong the moment that everything was kind of all said and done, and how easily I recorded it the first time around, only to realize the sound didn't make it through. Now I feel like this isn't the way this is supposed to work. There we go. And basically this is the principle of the game. You get a bunch of Tetris Blocks, and then you get to rotate them with your mouse cursor and move them around. There isn't much to it. It's pretty simple. But it can get more complicated. And one of the few things I'd like to give you a little advice on, a little trick here I figured out, is that usually when you realize that there's only one piece remaining that needs to be put into place, and nothing else seems to be quite right, then chances are you only need to move a few more pieces to get the puzzle solved. I'll probably make up an example. So like, I've got this piece. Oh no! It doesn't fit! But if I modify the pieces just a little bit, then it fits. And that seems to be the main conundrum based on these puzzles. That you wind up with a bunch of pieces that fit together coherently in a way that you can understand, and then there's one last piece that winds up just completely throwing you off. Obviously I haven't shown you anything that is going to demonstrate that for the sake of demonstrative purposes, but I can assure you that is something that you will come across, and it's not a big deal, it's actually just part of the game. And when you get enough stuff taken care of, then you'll be able to basically pass one of the level or areas or whatever. Oh. Feel like I've done this wrong. Yep, I've done this very wrong. Yep. I did this really, really wrong. That's the other thing that's also a risk. But it's not the end of the world, because most of these puzzles can be solved in your spare time when you've got nothing better to do, because this is what this game is for. More so than most games these days, which somehow try to emphasize on entertainment or some sort of a plot. But this is just like its own little thing. It just minds its own business, and it doesn't ask for anything in return for all the services it provides for amusement. And I can also stack different types of blocks on top of each other to get a better understanding of how everything is supposed to fit together. this one piece just wasn't going to want to go in, was it? I'll just have to look at things a little bit differently. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to look at this differently. Oh boy. Oh. Oh dear. Let's see, put this here, put this here. Why am I having so much trouble with this? This is like some of the most basic levels. I'm gonna put it down here. When in doubt, always reset. It'll get you a fresh template from which to work on. When worse comes to worse. And it's got fancy music, and although it loops fairly frequently, I could personally care less. Oh dear. I think it's gonna be the end of days if I can't— oh, there it is. If I couldn't figure this out. And that's it. That's pretty much the premise of the game. And we get on to the next levels that come after that, and there's more levels after that, and so on and so forth, until we get through all the puzzles, and then we win something for a game that we might or might not own. Luckily, I do own the Talos Principle, so this game is actually fairly practical for my own self-interest and intensive purposes, but in every other respect, I'm pretty sure unless you own this game, you would be in a bit of trouble, or at least out of luck, because some of the stuff it offers goes to a game that you might not own, but that's beside the point. Point is, this is a game that can stand on its own, and it just happens to be an addition to a game that already exists, and other such things, and that's pretty much it. So I guess I'll wrap it up here, because there isn't much else I can say. I'm sorry if I look a little scraggly, but I just didn't feel like shaving for this one. So anyway, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, stay awesome, stay true to yourself, and never give up. I didn't give up, and I made it all the way to the last one, and I beat it, and then I got whatever this is. I have no idea what it is. Anyway, I will see you all, take care, and yeah, bye everyone.